What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Crash Blade Gaming. I'm your host, Crash, and I have seen and played against this deck a lot in the ladder. It's been like taking PTCGO by storm, but I don't get it. I mean, it's a decent deck. I don't think it's an amazing deck, but it's pretty good, but it does lose to, a couple of the top tier decks. I mean, it's going to have a hard time against Mew VMAX. It's going to have a hard time against Single Striker Urshifu, and it has a hard time against fire decks. So take it with a grain of salt, but I do like the deck. I like the concept, and I might apply it to another Pokemon that I do love to play. So the next video might be about that one. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to the Pokemon question of the day. Alright, here we are with another Pokemon question of the day. And first of all, we got to go over last video's question, of course. So, this fighting type Pokemon is a punching machine, but it needs to take a break every 3 minutes or so. All this Pokemon ever does is punch, punch, punch. Who is this Pokemon? And unfortunately, we had no people comment in the section with a correct answer. So, this answer was Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan, all this Pokemon ever does is punch. It trains punching. It's what it's known for. And, there were some good answers that could have fit the bill, but this was the Pokemon I was looking for, so better luck next time. And actually, next time would be this video's question. So, this Dark-type Pokemon is massive. It's huge. It has the ability to eat buildings and mountains whole. It doesn't even need to take a bite, just swallows them completely. Crazy. It also moves its tongue in a wave-like pattern, kind of, to pull food into its mouth. So yeah, it's a Dark-type Pokemon. Who is it? Go ahead and leave your answer in the comment section down below. And just remember, you have to get 3 correct answers before anybody else to win the prizes. Let's get into the deck list. Rapid Strike Metagross VMAX with 330 HP is a metal-type Pokemon with 2 amazing attacks here. For 1 energy, we do Sap Traction. We get to search for 2 cards and put them in our hand, which can be really good in certain times. And the second attack, which is the main attack that we will be using, is called Max Rush. This does 100 damage, but if you've already used Max Rush once before, it will be doing 250 damage. So it's a really good damage output on this Pokemon. And hey, we're only playing Metagross in this deck. 4 Metagross Vs, 3 Metagross VMAX. I don't like doing a whole 4-4 line. I feel like it takes away from other things you can have in the deck, when realistically you only need to get 2 Metagross VMAXs into play if they knock out the first one. That's a big if. So we want to keep our main Metagross VMAX alive, and how we do this is by playing 4 copies of Lucky Ice Pop, 2 copies of Moomoo Cheese, 3 copies of Team Yelltowel, Crystal Cave, all these healing cards. We got 2 copies of Cook to heal 70 damage, 2 copies of Pokemon Center Lady, heal 60 damage, remove special conditions, Big Charm to make our boy even bigger than what he already is, Boost Shake to help get the VMAX out in that first turn, and Coating Metal Energy so that we have no weakness against fire decks, which doesn't matter too much, but there are those Victini VMAX players, and that hurts our deck a little bit. So, that's pretty much the deck. We have 4 Crushing Hammers too, just to slow down our opponent just a little bit, just in case we need to do so. You could replace those with more healing cards if you feel like. That's up to you. It's your style of play for this kind of deck. 4 Kabu here, because we are normally only going to have 1 Pokemon in play, so we can draw 8 cards, which is great. 4 Pokégear to help us get our supporters, and a couple copies of Lucky Energy so that when our opponent hits us, we draw a card, which is really good, and then we just heal that damage away. 2 Schoolgirl here because we are only going to be taking prizes so often, so they'll have 6 prizes for the most part, but we only play 2 because they're not always going to have an even number of prize cards. But that is the deck. Let's go ahead and get into some matches. Alright, looks like we're going up against a Dragapult V deck, and I am okay with playing the Big Charm. I don't think they play Phantom Waves, so we'll go ahead and toss down the Lucky Energy. And next turn we have the Metagross VMAX, and we can start swinging, hopefully, as long as we don't get Marnied. We'll see what happens though. So the good thing about playing Dragapult VMAX is it doesn't hit very hard, and we can heal off a lot of that damage. Alright, so we're looking good. Oh, we top decked the VMAX. Even better. Got the VMAX, let's go and touch the energy, and we will waste this Evo Incense just to thin the deck a little bit, because we do want to get into a supporter. And we hit Max Rush. Take out a Sobble, and next turn we're hitting for 250. And okay, we got a Kabu. Perfect. That's everything we needed. So with this Kabu, we should be able to laugh off of this Max Phantom attack and go ahead and swing away for the victory. And this is all we got to do with Metagross VMAX. That's what makes this deck like semi-fun to play, and it's like just sit back, relax, take a nap while your opponent plays. They're going to hit you. Oh, you did damage to me? Okay, let me just heal it off real quick and then smack you. Go ahead. See, like right now, I'm still waiting for them to finish their Drizzle stuff. We don't have to do all that. Our turns are so efficient. It's like, mwah, efficiency. Dragon Bolt might play Crushing Hammer, so we have to watch out for that. Path to the Peak doesn't bother us. They get themselves another Dragon Bolt V on the bench. No worries for us. So they do a total of 140 damage that turn. They give us a Crushing Hammer, which is nice. So we'll play down a Crystal Cave. And we will play the Crushing Hammer because we don't like that horror energy. Team Yell Towel. The Moomoos. Now I could boss up and knock out their Dragon Bolt V, but nah, we're gonna go after their VMAX. Kabu here. Let's see, we do have another Metagross. Coating Energy we don't need, but I am gonna go ahead and attach a third energy just in case they do play Crushing Hammer. And I'm gonna try to knock off that special energy, but I fail. So, Max Rush here, hit for 250, and then we'll take another nap and we'll see you whenever they finish doing whatever they're doing. Just kidding, I'm not going to nap the whole time. Alright, so that horror energy is bad for us because it hits us for 2 damage, but we'll deal with it. They got another Dragon Bolt VMAX, so they might retreat into it, I don't know. But we don't have any healing cards in our hand, which is a little unfortunate. We do get Marnied, so that helps. Let's see what they Marnie us to. Kabu's good. Another energy is meh. We can waste the Pokégear, don't want to see it anymore, really. Alright, Max Phantom again. So let's see, they hit for 130. We're at 180, so we're doing alright here. We can go ahead and heal that off. Let's just waste a couple Pokégears. Pick up the Avery, doesn't matter. Maybe I want to get the healing supporter, maybe Cook or Pokemon Center Lady. Let's see. I could heal 60 damage now and take the knockout. Or I could risk it. Let's risk it. Let's go for it. Let's Kabu. See what we get. Lucky Ice Pop is fantastic. And it's going to pay off here. Alright, that's already Pokemon Center Lady level, so it was basically Kabu plus Pokemon Center Lady level healing. Now we're past Cook level of healing. We're going to heal this all the way through. Oh my goodness. Our opponent is probably going to concede here in a little bit. Oh my goodness. We're healing it all the way. Oh, bummer. Left 10. That's okay. Max Rush. Get out of here, Dragon Bolt. Awesome. And here comes 3 prizes for us. There's another Lucky Ice Pop. Cool. So we, at minimum, have a healing output of 110 damage. That is the Pokemon Center Lady healing 60. The Ice Pop healing 20 at minimum, so that's 80. Plus the 30 from the stadium. That's 110 damage we get to heal right off, which is basically Dragon Bolt's attack. If I flip one hands on the Lucky Ice Pop, it's like Dragon Bolt never did anything to me. And I can keep this other Metagross in my hand. So, our opponent's thinking about what to do here. I have a boss's orders if they play down another Dragon Bolt V. We'll see. Maybe our opponent's going to try to stall me out here. And so if our opponent takes a while, I will fast forward this part of the video. So if it skips, that's why. I'm warning you now. Alright, so our opponent promoted the Zigzagoon finally. And they played down a Fog Crystal. So maybe our opponent disconnected and came back. Because it looks like they're playing at a relatively rapid pace here. I'm kind of holding my words because maybe not. Oh, sorry, I got adjusted my chair a lot for some reason. Alright, they played down a Dragon Bolt V. We have a boss in our hand. They just played a Raihan. So we're all good. We are on our way to winning this matchup against Dragon Bolt V. And it's just not just not good enough against Metagross. Dragapult V always struggles against the one Pokemon healing decks. Alright, I'm not going to bother trying to heal off the damage. Let's put our opponent out of their misery and max rush them away. And that is the power of Metagross VMAX with healing bonanzas. Ooh, Malamar V, a dark deck, interesting. Oh no. I don't know if I can deal with that. Let's see if I can Pokégear for Schoolgirl. That might be good. No? Okay, hopefully this Avery gets me an energy. It doesn't. That's a bummer. So we'll go ahead and Boost Shake here. Go into our VMAX and pass the turn. Yeah, I kept the Kabu because I had the Boost Shake and I was hoping I would get to an energy with that Avery. But unlucky me. So we're going to be getting hit with the Dragoff. I don't know if that attack works for us. On us, at least. This might be a Crobat VMAX deck that can switch into Swablu. Altaria, which can't be damaged by VMAX, I believe. This might be a little toughy. They already got it, so yep. Okay. Realistically, all our opponent has to do is just sit in the active with this Altaria. Alright, we get Marnied. That's a little bit of a bummer because I did have a Kabu, which would have got us more cards and some healing cards, but we'll see. Crushing Hammer seems good. Schoolgirl is alright. Still missing an energy though. Alright, there's an energy. Here's a Crushing Hammer. We hit heads, which is good for us. And we will just play down the Crystal Cave. And then I'm not even going to use a supporter here. I'm just going to go with Zap Traction. I guess I'll get another Crushing Hammer and an energy. Maybe I should have Zap Traction for a boss. Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. There's only 5 prizes on the bench that I can take with boss's orders. 6 prizes. Okay, our win conditions might be on the bench. Play down the Moltres. Play the Moltres. Do it. Play the Moltres. Alright. So played the Moltres. Cool. That significantly works for us. So I'm going to attach the energy, and then this turn I'm going to... Should I Schoolgirl? Draw more cards? Because I can Zap Traction for a boss first, and then next turn hit the Altaria for max rush, which means I can use Schoolgirl. Yeah. Well, the only Pokemon I have in play. This should be automated. What's going on? Alright. So let's go ahead and crush... Let's not Crushing Hammer. Let's use Zap Traction again. And this will guarantee us 2 boss's orders. So that when the time comes, which is 2 turns from now, I can take a knockout on the Moltres, I can take a knockout on the Crobat, and I can take a knockout on the Malamar. Good thing we have a Lucky Energy in our hand. Oh, are you going to attack me with your Moltres here? No? Okay, you switch on to the Malamar. That's fine. I'm actually cool with that. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's attach the Lucky Energy. We will Crystal Cave. And then we will use Schoolgirl this turn. All 3 bosses are in our hand. So let's not get Marnie next turn. So now we use Max Rush. So next turn we could boss up the Moltres, knock it out, Crushing Hammer on the Malamar, boss up either Crobat or Malamar, knock that one out, and we'll be okay. I don't care about this Crushing Hammer. I have energy in my hand as long as I don't get Marnied. No Marnie. Alright, we're good. We can take out the Moltres. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up. Lucky Ice Pop. Be lucky. Not lucky. Okay, Crushing Hammer. Alright, that takes off that guy. And we can boss up the Moltres. And Max Rush. And we will take our 2 prizes. So our opponent should not have played down that Moltres V, because I would not have been able to win this matchup. Since they did that, they have 3 Vs on the board, which means that's game for me. And so they had huge misplay on their part. Path to the Peak, that's fine. I got Team Yellowtail, Crystal Cave, and another boss in my hand, so we're looking good. I'm going to go ahead and play this energy onto our VMAX here, because they play Crushing Hammer, and I don't want to be stuck without enough energy. And there's the Crystal Cave. And there's that. And another boss's orders. Going for the Crobat this time. And Max Rush. This is all we gotta do. There's no way for them to remove the Malamar. The only thing that can happen currently is a Marnie. And if that happens, I'm just gonna Zap Traction and then, you know, just wait. No Marnie, we win next turn. No Marnie, we win this turn. Perfect. Boss up. And Max Rush. Easy as that. Thank you, opponent, for the misplay. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Do I think I'm going to get attacked this turn? No. So I will attach that and pass. Hope I don't get Marnied, because turn 1 Marnies have been the bane of this deck's existence, unfortunately. If we don't get turn 1 Marnie, I'll be okay. What'd I say? If I miss an energy, if I miss the VMAX or another supporter, it's going to be a rough time for me. Okay, we got the energy in Avery, thankfully. And a Pokégear to possibly get another Kabu out. How much does Bullet Punch do? Max of 60? Okay. Maybe I can boss up a Houndour. That'd be interesting. It is a possibility. Another Avery. Play this. Play that. I actually don't mind bossing a Houndour. And Synchro Hammer. And top deck. I mean, top prize is a Pokégear. Maybe that gets me a Kabu. I don't really enjoy playing the Avery, but I will if I have to. So it looks like we're going up against the baby single strike Urshifu, which might be gaining some traction because it's a dark type deck, and that's good against Shadow Rider, and it's good against Mew VMAX. So we're going to be getting hit for 70 damage. Oh, okay. If we were to get hit, there's another Pokégear. Kabu's fantastic. And let's see if we can get our VMAX. We do. Perfect. We get our VMAX. That means we can hit for a max rush of 100, which means that they cannot single strike roar to this Urshifu. Otherwise it gets knocked out. And we are looking pretty. And I think the Marnie worked against our opponent this time. They can always manually attach. They can always do that. Yeah, that works. And they can... Umbreon. So I'm going up against a single strike deck. Good thing we started with an energy and the Boost Shake. That gives us our VMAX. And we have a Kabu in hand for next turn, plus a Crystal Cave if they play a Stadium. So we'll be thinking about what to do. I might just Zap Traction next turn to guarantee a, what's it called? Big Charm. I keep forgetting the name of that. A Big Charm. So I can survive one-shots. Don't need to do that. Hopefully this Avery gets me another energy then. And we'll be off to the races. Do they play Urshifu? We'll find out. Another Houndour, okay. Evolution Incense off the top deck does not help me very much. Let's play an Avery, they have to discard something. We miss an energy, but we do get a Crushing Hammer. Which might be good, because these Umbreons look like the attackers, and so does the Gengar V. So we'll see what our opponent does. They get rid of a Houndour. We will play Crushing Hammer. We will get rid of their energy. And then I will use Zap Traction here, which will give me a Lucky Energy and... oh, what else should I get? Maybe a boss. Yeah, I'm confident that my Pokégear will get me a supporter of the draw variants. So that plus Lucky Energy, so that'll be good. I can boss later on. Actually, I can boss a Houndour now. Take a knockout. Which seems like a good thing to do because that's their energy engine. And I don't like their energy engine very much. They do discard an urn, which is good for us. Now it just depends on what the rest of our opponent's turn looks like. Play a stadium, we don't have one, that's a bummer. Single Strike Roar. Alright. That's cool. Switch. Are you going to put us to sleep? Oh, and we stay asleep. Crystal Cave is nice to have. Alright, let's play the Evolution Incense. Just a thin. Pokégear. Pokemon Center Lady? Nice! Pokemon Center Lady is perfect. Because we are going to wake up. And we are going to Max Rush. This puts the Gengar VMAX in knockout range if they choose to evolve. If they don't, we'll just take the knockout on the Gengar anyways. We have a Team Yellowtail in our hand plus a Crystal Cave, so that's about 80 damage of survival. However, they can still put us to sleep again, and I would have to hope we flip heads. Alright, here comes the Gengar VMAX with the Gmax Swallow Up. So that'll do 290, and they attach to the bench. And research. So at most, they're going to be doing 330, right? 270, 290, 310, 330. They can do 330 and lose all of their energies, but the Umbreon can come back and take a knockout. And do 340. We have 360. So I think my best bet here... Alright, Crystal Cave's cool. So I think it would be smart of me to do that. Play down the Metagross, give that a Big Charm, and then take the knockout. Because odds are they have an urn and they can get this Umbreon to attack next turn. So that means I needed to get another Metagross V going. There's an energy for it, which is good. We have a Lucky Ice Pop Team Yellowtail on the off chance they don't knock out our VMAX, which only has 70 HP, so they just need to attach 2 energies to this Umbreon V. And Ice Pop only does the active, and Team Yell does the active too, so we'll see what happens here. Do they have a Crobat? No, they don't. They have another Gengar, which is good to see. Do they have a way to draw cards? Capture energy, okay. They do have a way to retreat the Umbreon. There's a research. So I've only seen one urn go into the bin, so they probably have another one. Maybe they don't have the 4th energy in there. Okay, here's the Urn of Vitality. So the single strike energy is coming back in, which means our Metagross VMAX will get knocked out. Which also means we have to be careful next turn as well. Alright. There's the Moonlight Blade. We were unable to heal off all that damage, but that's fine. And they take their 3 prizes. Okay, so we are going up with our Metagross V. We got a VMAX. We got an energy. I could boss up a Houndoom. Let's see. There's one switch. I'm gonna imagine they have more than one switch. But I can boss and then I can get crushing hammers with the zap traction. And an energy. Alright, we'll boss here. We will play zap traction, get us a crushing hammer and a lucky energy. That way we have energy for next turn and we can crush away some energy, hopefully. Avery will come in handy as well. Of course they have another hiding darkness energy. So we're going to take some damage here. The question is, how much damage are we going to take? And so Umbreon's doing 180. That's a lot. We can heal it, but it'll be tough. They have two of their single strike energy in play. One is in the discard, and one is possibly in their hand or the prizes. Get rid of a Houndoom. There's a single strike Urshifu. I don't imagine they play the VMAX though. This looks like a straight up Gengar Umbreon deck. And we get Marnie, so we lose our energy, we lose the Crushing Hammer. Lucky Ice Pop and Team Yellowtail, so that's a little bit tough for us. We do get another energy plus a Kabu. And a Pokemon Center Lady. So depending how much the Lucky Ice Pop heals. There's the urn, they're putting that back in, okay. Single strike reward that to the Gengar, I'd imagine. Seems good. And we get hit for 180. Alright, so we gotta take ourselves out of 180 range. Flip heads. Oh no, 200. Coating Energy. I think I'm gonna Kabu because I have more outs to healing than just Pokemon Center Lady, and we got some, so that's good. There's that. There's some towels. Let's throw those in there, throw it in the towels. We have a Kabu for next turn, which is good, and we max rush. Whew, this is a close one. I'm afraid 330. I don't think the Gengar VMAX can hit me for 330. Because there's an energy on this Umbreon. So. Alright, this turn's also going to be a little tricky because I have to get out of knockout range. Alright, we got another Kabu here. Can't boss up anything, which is a bummer. I can use Crushing Hammer, however. But we need to flip some heads on this. Come on, Lucky Ice Pop, here we go. Let's do it. Let's go, let's go. Oh, only got me down to 220. Alright, Crushing Hammer heads. That's the tails. Alright, well, we play that, and we max rush, take a knockout, and hope our opponent doesn't have a way to take us out. I don't know if they do. Pain Explosion, Pain Explosion might do it. That does 210, 230. Yeah, Pain Explosion does it. Well, we tried. We lose to hard-hitting decks, of course. Do they have the energy? They have a Gengar VMAX? I mean, there's 250 right there, so we're done for sure. If they have an energy. I mean, they're quick balling. Or they're just playing out their hand and messing with me. I don't know. Crobat. So they don't have an energy in their hand. And they can draw 3 cards to hopefully hit an energy. They're switching into the Umbreon just in case. So now they get to draw 4 cards, so makes sense. That needs to get them an urn or an energy. Do they get it? Did they miss the energy? I think they might have missed the energy. Let's see. They have 3 urns. 2 capture energies are in the discard. 1 hiding energy. They missed the energy. And we don't have a boss in our hand. we don't have a boss in our hand. Ah, I don't think they have any more urns. Oh, we missed the boss. Top deck a boss. Do it. Top deck a boss right now. Top deck a boss. This way. Top deck a boss. That they concede. Yes, they probably did have an energy. Nice. All right, welcome to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the matches. Marty just was making me go crazy on those first turns. Every time I was at the point where I was betting money for Marty's. I knew I was going to get Marty. That was crazy. Anyways, the deck is fun to play. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy it. I just think it's, you know, it needs something else, I think. Maybe. Who knows? But hey, if you made it this far to the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Crossblade Gaming.